All right, here we go. Another trip. Do a quick little end-to-end highway test. See, my had a hat on, it's indicating that it is in the way for FSD. So we'll take the hat off. Got some sun in directly on us. Let's see how well active monitoring works. I put some sunglasses on. It was bright, still cloudy. It's a little bit of everything right now. So, all right. So right off the bat, we have an interesting situation here, and I may need to take over because there's about 3 to 4 lanes we'll need to get across in order to make this U-turn of sorts. And I don't know how long FSD is going to want to wait, but there's not much traffic coming from the left, so we may have a situation where we can just clear it as normal. I'll let FSD do its thing on this. We'll just wait for these vehicles here to pass. Starting to creep out now, which is good. So let's see here. We'll get over. Notice that vehicle coming quicker than we wanted to. A-okay, doesn't matter. We get over. So that was good there. Coming across this U-turn here. Looking good. We got a little yield coming up. Nice. Okay. So good. Good. That was good. That was good. I think that whole sequence was solid. It was the exit from the shopping center that we picked that was right near our turn, so we had to cross several lanes. I definitely like the way FSD took that approach. It took the first lane, kind of had to brake because there was another car coming in quick, so that wasn't on FSD at all. And then it aggressively took the other 2-3 lanes. It didn't, one lane, or it didn't, hey, left turn change. Let me put on my, my blinker here, wait, get into that lane, then wait, put my blinker on, get into the other lane. It's like, no, we have to be assertive now, or else we're going to miss this turn. Okay. So good part there for that. It's putting on its right turn blinker. I'm going to turn that off because I don't know why. I've noticed it do that in some cases, and it's like, hey, I'm putting it back on, damn it. In this scenario, there's really no reason for it to put on this right turn signal, because our turn's coming up on the left. So that's something to note. I mean, what do I want to do? See, that's because I knew that was gonna happen. Unnecessary lane change. Okay. So that's one disengagement. That hasn't happened in a while either. But I like to report those, especially this is an area I don't travel as often. But that hasn't happened in a while, where it's just a unnecessary lane change. So that's a bug. And when you do have those, obviously you report those. I do apologize. I failed to mention that this is we're on FSD 12.6.3. have my profile set for hurry mode. So you'll notice the more aggressive lane changes. It is windy today as well, so may hear a little bit more wind noise than normal. But overall, outside of that disengagement for a lane change, which technically I didn't have to disengage. I could have just let it do its thing and went on about my business. The only reason I disengaged was to report it, which I guess technically, you know, it is what it is. So right now we're still cruising. We got into that far left lane knowing that we wanted to speed, but we know that our exit is also coming up. So again, a little bit of the end-to-end highway I want to throw into this mix just to test that on 12.6.3, seeing if anything has changed or any issues there. Okay, so we're in our lane here. We'll watch to see if it puts on a right turn signal. It shouldn't. Should just proceed to exit the tollway, which is great. That's what we're doing. Speed-wise isn't too bad. We're still going with the flow of traffic. So coming off and just integrating ourselves back into the fold. So no issues there. Okay. So now we have a turn coming up. I'm gonna slow down, not take this one, which is completely fine with me. All right, so back at it. Sun's starting to drop, so I took my sunglasses off. We got through a good amount of that drive with the sunglasses on, so the vision piece is still doing great. Passing the Porsche dealership. One day they'll drop off a Taycan for me, or I don't know if I can even fit in it, but it is what it is. So yeah, so far so good. No major issues on this drive. We passed the end-to-end highway piece, no issues there. Okay, so we're coming to this stop here. Okay. Right turn. Good right turn, no issues there. Good spacing too from the with the turn and the curb. So no issues there on my end with that. Coming down this road, it's almost like a side or a back road of sorts. So definitely new territory on my end or on our end here. So we will see how things are handled. Nice solid left turn. Yeah, that's one of the big things I'm into, is trying to venture out into new areas with FSD to see how it's being handled. And so if anyone has any suggestions, especially in the DFW area, let me know. Because ultimately, in my immediate area, I really don't have any issues with FSD. And there's really no areas where I need to take over or disengage. So, but I know there's other folks that are utilizing FSD in my area that report issues. So I definitely like to see from, you know, and record those and things like that. But again, so far so good with this drive. Like I mentioned when we first started, again, it's extremely windy. I don't know why it's this windy all of a sudden. So when you do look at FSD and you do see my steering wheel, things like that, it's literally, it's in part fighting the wind. Again, folks that are local, they kind of know this, but for folks that haven't ventured into Texas, Dallas, it gets extremely windy. You know, the strength of the wind here is unlike a lot of places I've been to or even lived. So when it's windy, it's very windy. But with that being said, this is a very heavy vehicle at the same time, so no issues there. So we are traveling down this street, no lane indicators, right, outside of just this split in between the road and the cement. So we're handling that pretty well. We had to make some room for that 18-wheeler that was in the way. But no issues there. And we're approaching our light. Okay. So this is looking good. Go across here, and this person is taking their time to turn. Wow. Good job, FSD. Because if it was me, I would have honked. Hurry up. No. Okay, so coming across to our destination, and that was a good drive. That was a solid drive. My only call outs, like I said, was that inadvertent lane change. It was unnecessary. Didn't need it. Otherwise, we're looking good. So definitely appreciate the views. Likes, comments, subscribe. Let me know if there's any areas you want me to travel to next. But outside of that, that's it, y'all. I appreciate it. Have a good one.